Hey, my name is Nataski Manyika, and I just want to declare I'm living victoriously with Christ. This is my story. I grew up in a family that is very dysfunctional. There's a lot of drama, a lot of toxicity, a lot of domestic violence. It was tough having to watch growing up, but there's something that my mom always used to do: send me to my bedroom with the Bible. And that has kept me, sustained me, because I know through that, her dedication to God, she put a seal of God's covering upon my life. So growing up, I had many encounters with death. I can safely say I danced with death through violence, starting with small incidents such as bullying in school and ending up in a very toxic relationship with someone who was very suicidal and homicidal. I remember one incident when he literally broke through a French glass door just to try and get to me to end my life. And not only that, I had another dance with death when one day I was walking home from work and someone pulled out a gun on me. We ended up sitting in a veld, and in that moment, I felt that truly my life was about to come to an end. I tried to run away. He ran after me. He was choking me, and in that instant, I made a small prayer to God that, Lord, if you bring me out of this situation, I will rededicate my life to you truthfully. Because through many phases that we go through, there are vicious cycles. You know you are with God, but in the journey sometimes you become spiritually stunted or something happens to bring you off course. And I was in that place in that moment. But in that incident, when those hands were on my neck, trying to choke the life out of me, I just knew I had to reach out to the God who can only save. And it's as if he just heard that prayer, and this guy again just stopped. We sit for a minute or two. It felt like forever in that dark veld, watching people walk through. As I was sitting in the dark, in this veld, watching people pass by and sitting with this person who's holding a gun on you, telling you if you so much as dare to scream, he's going to shoot the person who will try to rescue you and end my life as well. Do not understand the level of calmness that I had in that episode. I remained calm. I was able to speak to this guy just at the back of my mind, praying, God, just lead me out of the situation. So after having a talk session, the guy then apologized for some reason. He gave me back everything he had taken from me, the invaluable little possessions that I had, and he apologized for having held me up, and he told me to go. I remember walking back with my back backwards, facing him, thinking if I turn my back, this guy might just plant a bullet at the back of me. But in that moment, when I got home, I realized something, that God was covering me through each and every episode I've ever encountered. Whatever trauma I've experienced, whatever depression, whatever longing that I had for death, and even the seasons that I danced with death, it was only God who covered and brought me out. So one thing that I know and I want to encourage you is, no matter the cycle you're going through right now, no matter how vicious those cycles are, God can change them and you can live in victory.
God rewrites stories. He sent a godly man my way. I married the most wonderful man who covers me as Christ covers the church. It has been a blessing. But a month after our wedding, the enemy tried to strike again. I was hit by a car whilst crossing the street, but I live to testify of God's faithfulness. Goodness and mercy indeed still follows us, and we are living out God's ordained plan for us. When Christ covers you, he recreates your entire world. When God's seal is on you, nothing can snatch you. No matter how many times you fall, so long you look unto the rock that is higher than you will rise again. Christ, my Redeemer, your Redeemer. He is closer than ever. When you connect to the cross and his covenant, you will find strength, you will find comfort, and you will be able to continue going again. But it requires a relationship, prayer, intimacy, understanding the principles that govern life to be able to live a life of victory. Walking in Christ's covenant doesn't always look like forward motion. Sometimes it feels like you're going backward or you're stuck. But that's the beauty of how Christ works. He doesn't just cover your future, He heals your past before He releases you. He destroys what held you back. He cleanses what was broken, hidden, and hurting. He is recreating you to step and walk with boldness, with power, with Christ. You were covered to live a life of victory, covered by Christ's covenant.